I'm not a stranger to the dark. Hide away, they say, we don't want your broken parts. I've learned to be ashamed of all my scars. Run away, they say, no one will love you as you are. But I won't let them break me down to dust. I know that there's a place for us, for we are glorious. When the sharpest words wanna cut me down, I'm gonna send a flood, I'm gonna drown them out. This is brave, this is bruised, this is who I'm meant to be. This is me. Look out, 'cause here I come. And I'm marching on to the beat I drum. I'm not scared to be seen. I make no apologies. This is me. Another round of bullets hits my skin. Well, fire away, 'cause today I won't let that shame sink in. We are bursting through the barricades and reaching for the sun. Yes, that's what we become. I won't let them break me down to dust. I know that there's a place for us, for we are glorious. When the softest words wanna cut me down, I'm gonna send the flood, I'm gonna drown them out. This is brave, this is bruised, this is who I'm meant to be. This is me. Look out, 'cause here I come. And I'm marching on to the beat I drum. I'm not scared to be seen. I make no apologies. This is me. Drown them out. This is brave, this is proof, this is who I'm meant to be. This is me. Look out, 'cause here I come. Yeah, I'm marching on, I'm marching on. Yeah. This is me. I'm gonna send the
Welcome to Unity San Francisco.
Welcome, everybody.
We are here on 240 Page Street, and we were just rocking out with Misa, on that Misa in person and Misa on the live stream. And we're so glad that you've joined us today. For those of you I have not met yet, my name is Reverend Ken Daigle, and I'm the senior minister here. And this is
Reverend Deanne Morency, and I am the associate minister here. Welcome. It's it's wonderful to be here with you this morning.
And it's a gorgeous day here in San Francisco. I know it's a gorgeous day in our consciousness.
or at least by the end of service it will be.
Yeah, and a gorgeous day wherever you are. Unity was founded with the idea and in the movement, the transcendentalist movement of mind is what creates our world, our lives, our health, and our joy. And so we bring those principles into the 21st century now and into our daily lives by our spiritual practices by our teachings, by our services.
And we know that mind now also needs to be joined with heart and belief and body, that there's a whole multidimensional
Yeah.
activity that is
And that-
about our transformation. It's
that-
not just on one plane.
And that all of us have a collective consciousness and we're all affecting each other. And that whole synergy is what we come together in and as to lift us all up. And right now, this is exactly what the world needs.
The power of spiritual community.
Yeah. And so we start every service with a song to remind us that the past has no power in the present and that we are greater than we can ever imagine. For we are made perfect and whole. We are divine light, divine spirit. So I invite you to get comfortable in your chair, to let it and the floor hold you, and to let this vibration wash through you as the words of this song and the voice of Misa Malone takes us on a journey.
The things my family did. I am not the voices in my head. I am not the pieces of the brokenness inside. I am I'm not the mistakes that I have made, or any of the things that cause me pain. I am not the pieces of the dreams I've left behind. I am light. I am not the color of my eyes. I am not the skin on the outside. I am not my age. I am not my race. My soul inside. All I am divinely defined. I am God on the inside. I am a star, shining peace over it all.
Light. I am light. As you take your next breath, I invite you to take that idea into your very consciousness. For as we sit or stand in this moment, wherever we are is holy ground. For we live and move and have our being right here and now as the divine creation, as the expression of life, love, and infinite possibility. So no matter what has gone before, right here and right now, we are that particle, that wave, traveling through time and space as divine energy, the divine source of it all. For the created can never be separated from the Creator. This moment, this day, this breath, we have all that we need. This life, this incarnation, this moment in time is a blessing. So we lift up our hearts and hands. We lift up our spirit. We lift up our voice to say thank you. I am so blessed. Thank you. I am so grateful. And so it is. Amen. And so we let it be. Thank you for joining us today. At home right now, all of our prayer chaplains are holding space for us, holding this space of infinite consciousness. And if you have a request, a prayer request that you would like held by our prayer chaplains, I invite you to submit it today on our website. The URL is unitysf.com/prayer-request. There you can put in your prayer request, and our prayer chaplains will respond by email, by voicemail, by phone call, by text, whatever way works for you. Thank you. And now I'd like to introduce Tyler. Tyler Kruger is back with us to act as our platform assistant today, and to ask maybe some questions. Who knows?
Right.
Tyler?
Both yes and.
Yes, and. It's all yours.
Thank you, Ken. Thank you, everyone, for joining us in Spiritual Community. We are so happy that you are here with us, either live on Sunday morning or any time in the future. We are blessed to share this time in consciousness with you. It is also our joy to provide for you different opportunities to continue deepening your spiritual practice. Here are just a few of the items. One of them is Reverend Ken's morning prayer, which you can access through our website, unitysf.com, the virtual service offerings. But each morning, Reverend Ken will offer an affirmative prayer, which you can listen to at any time during the day. You can also find his prayers on Facebook as well. We also have, every week, some different meditation opportunities. One of them is by our wonderful Reverend Elizabeth Hager, and this is on Wednesday through Sunday mornings, 9:45 to 10:15. She starts on Wednesdays and leads us right into Sunday mornings. Join Reverend Elizabeth on Zoom. You can find the link on our website. And then also weekdays is Reverend Deanne from noon to 12:15. It's an opportunity to breathe, to rest, to ground the idea of peace in the midst. So join Reverend Deanne on Zoom Monday through Friday from 12 to 12:15. Oh, let me also say that there is a spiritual connection card, that during this time of change, we also still desire connection. Not only is it an opportunity for you to connect with us, let us know who you are and how you found us, but it's also an opportunity for us to feel the connection with you. So if you're viewing through our website, Unity SF, you can find a link just below the video for Spiritual Connection Card. And if you're viewing through Facebook or YouTube, there'll be a link posted for Spiritual Connection Card in the chat. The very last item is very important, is that if you're a first-time guest, let us know on this connection card. We would love to send you a little gift, a little token of appreciation, either electronically or to your physical address. You let us know, and thank you for being with us. Back to our very own Reverend Ken Daigle.
We're going to start with an affirmation. While our prayer was an affirmative prayer, and the song Misa sang first, of course, was an affirmation as well, we're going to join together in doing this one. It's a way of calling out in consciousness and stating clearly what it is we wish to see in our lives and what we wish to have happen. So today's affirmation is, today I savor every moment as the gift that it is. Can we know that together?
Today I savor every moment as the gift that it is.
And now I'd like to set us up for our first community song. I invite you to sing along at home. The words are going to be on your screen. And at the end of the song, this is a little bit different today, we're going to go to our spiritual salon. You can click the button for your spiritual salon. And Misa, you can go ahead and start the music now. And we will we will be able to say hi and greet each other in the spiritual salon. And right now you hear the music coming on. I invite you to sing out and to fill your lungs. This is I Will Surrender.
I will surrender to my greatest, highest good. I will release any fear that blocks my way. For every step I take is taken in pure faith. And I am stronger every moment, every day. My mind is willing and my heart is open wide. I trust my instincts and let Spirit be my guide. I vow to live a life that's real and pure and free. As I continue walking in this mystery, I will surrender to my greatest, highest good. I will release any fear that blocks my way. For every step I take is taken in pure faith. And I am stronger every moment, every day. I am stronger every moment, every day. I am stronger every moment, every day.
Yes, to actually get to see each other. The miracle that is technology, the miracle that is technology. How grateful I am for it, because I got to tell you, I've been missing everybody. This has been, so I picked this talk title a while ago, and as I was preparing for it, I was thinking, I'm feeling about as far away from miracle being as you could possibly imagine right now. And I'm pretty sure I'm not alone in that, because I spend a lot of time connecting with all of you, and I know that we're all in the midst of what we're in the midst of. And that for some of us, it's a personal upheaval of what just is going on, life is happening, and then the added addition of that, at least for me, of what's going on just in the world right now, has been quite honestly sort of creating some wear and tear in my heart in my awareness. And my lifeline through all of this has been my spiritual practice. It's been my capacity to show up in meditation. And I just want to I'm so grateful for the spiritual fellowship, for the people who join me in that practice, because if it wasn't for all of you, I don't know if I would show up as consistently just for myself. And this is an example of how we get to support each other. But it's been feeling a little foggy for me. It's funny because San Francisco and Oakland have been so sunny lately, but in my awareness, it's just been a little foggy. And so there's this song that to me really speaks to how we are continually being invited to move away from the fear and the sense of victim, the sense that something's happening to us, and move into and remember the very truth of who we are, to be able to see anew. So I'm going to turn this over for the moment to Katie Birchie and Carl Pantel. And as they sing this song, my invitation to you is that as they're singing it, that you allow yourself to think that you are singing this song to you, that this is your highest self, that you are actually able to touch and see and allow. Here is Katie Birchie and Carl Pantel. I see the light.
All those days watching from the windows, all those years outside looking in, all that time never really knowing just how blind I've been. Now I'm here blinking in the starlight. Now I'm here, suddenly I see. Standing here, it's all so clear. I'm where I'm meant to be. And at last I see the light. And it's like the fog has lifted. And at last I see the light. And it's like the sky is new. And it's warm and real and bright. And the world has somehow shifted. All at once, everything looks different now that I see you.
All those days chasing down a daydream, all those years living in a blur, all that time never truly seeing things the way they were. Now you're here shining in the starlight. Now you're here, suddenly I know. If you're here, it's crystal clear. I'm where I'm meant to go. And at last I see the light. And it's like the fog has lifted. And at last I see the light.
And it's like the sky is new.
And it's warm and real and bright. And the world has somehow shifted.
All at once, everything is different now that I
all at once everything has shifted. How often do we look outside of ourselves for that shift? How often are we waiting for the world out there to shift so that we can shift? So miracle being is an invitation to be the shift yourself, to anchor these principles that are alive and palpable, and yes, you can see them. Are you looking for them? Miracles are everywhere, truly everywhere. Are you willing to actually see them? Or are you so lost in the fog of what is arising in time and in space, on the news, right here? Are you so lost in that you can't actually touch what's truly real? The one life, the one power, the one breath. And this is our calling. This is what we're here to be and do. We are here to know love, to be love, to anchor love, to show up as love. And when we do that, the awareness of God, of love, of grace, of joy, of beauty is so large that it transcends whatever may be arising in time and in space. And that is the definition of a miracle. This idea that spiritual principle can transcend our limiting understanding of what is possible. And really just sit with that for a minute. Because we narrow our focus. We are so small in what we understand is truth. And in that smallness, we sell ourselves and the world so short. So a larger understanding making itself known can show up in time and space as a remission from cancer. It can show up as health and vitality where there wasn't health and vitality before. It can show up as a sudden windfall of financial abundance where it wasn't there a moment before. But the thing is, the principle of abundance was always there. The principle of health and vitality was always there. Are we willing to really see it? What we know in this teaching is what we place our attention on grows in consciousness. So what are you placing your attention on? It's all too easy right now to place our attention on the Stormendrung that is the world we live in right now. And the call is to place our attention on God, to place our attention on love, to place our attention on beauty and harmony. In the Christian scriptures, the scripture would be, what is impossible with man is possible with God. And what we know and believe in unity is that this isn't an anthropomorphized understanding of God. This is us. This is love as my life, love as your life, beauty as your life. This is the living expression of your true nature, the divinity that you are. And that is the invitation always. So in the midst of this fog, in the midst of the intensity of what is happening out there in the world, all the social injustice that we can see and be impacted by, the violence, the fear, it's happening to me somehow. We're being invited to limit our understanding less. We're being invited to free ourselves from our small understanding, to understand that we are the miracle. We are it, not waiting for it to happen out there somewhere, but that it is our very life. So I want to share a story with you. I've shared some of this before, that when I was 25, I broke my back and was in chronic and intense pain. I was told that I would always be in pain. I was told that I would never be free of the pain. And I was told that I would never be able to really move freely or dance. And as I sat in the doctor's office listening to this person speak with all of their authority, and we all know how doctors carry their authority, right? Wouldn't it be great if we could all carry our spiritual authority the way doctors carry their medical authority? He sat there with all of that authority and told me I would never be pain-free again. And in that moment, what I can now identify was my divine self roared into life, just came roaring forth and saying, oh no, oh no, 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 no. That is just not the truth of my life. And he was fighting me on it, and I had to stand in my authority. I had to stand in the understanding that rather than praying for a miracle, because that's what all I could hear, he got in my head, he got in my heart, right? It will take a miracle for you to be able to walk. It'll take a miracle for you to be pain-free. And something inside of me just went, but I am the miracle. I am the miracle right now. I don't have to wait for some future event to happen. I am the miracle. Within me is everything that I need. And what's so amazing about this experience for me is that this was before I even found New Thought. This was my innate divinity just saying, you need to lean into who you truly are, not what is showing up as you right now. And it was 5 years of constant pain. And through it all, I just kept saying to myself, I am the miracle. I am the miracle. And I am the miracle, and so are you. There is nothing outside of yourself that you need to ask for, and yet there are so many things that block us. There are so many things that keep us from understanding and owning and standing in our miraculousness. There's all the regrets, there's all the resentments, there's all the mistakes, the shoulda, coulda, wouldas, oughtas. For so long, I stood with myself at the top of that hill in Golden Gate Park on my roller skates, making that decision over and over and over again to ride down that crazy hill. Over and over again, I stood there and said, why? Why did you do that? How could you have done that? If only you hadn't done that. If all that shoulda, coulda, woulda. I had to step into a place where I could truly own my wholeness, the grace that is my life, the beauty that is my life, the miracle that is my life. And as I stood in that, I was able to begin to free myself. But the way that I had to stand in forgiveness for myself, the way I had to stand in forgiveness for that doctor, the way I had to stand into forgiveness for all of the story that I had around that experience and being a victim of something, a victim of my own poor judgment, a victim of the medical profession's limited perspective, all that victimness, I had to let it go. I was invited into something else. So Sharon Salzberg, who one of my meditation practices is Vipassana, and Sharon Salzberg is one of the main teachers in that meditation world. And she has this beautiful quote. When we are held prisoner by our own past actions or the actions of others, our present life cannot be fully lived. I'm going to say that again because it's huge, right? When we are held prisoner by our own past action or the actions of others, our present life cannot be fully lived. We become anchored to the past. We are tethered to something that actually doesn't exist anymore except in our consciousness. Me standing at the top of that hill again and again and again was me imprisoning myself and not allowing myself to stand in present moment awareness. Because when I did stand in present moment awareness, the pain would diminish. It wouldn't go away all the way. Eventually it did, but it was a process of unhooking myself from a story where I was a victim. So where are you still hooked into being a victim? Where are you still holding on to your resentments that somebody did something to you? The idea that you did something to somebody else and that they are the victim. Because that's the flip side of it all, right? In my embodied principle class, we've been looking at victim and manifestor, manipulator, and how they just, right? Victim, persecutor, we just keep flipping back and forth between them. What if we could actually stand in the awareness that all my choices serve my greatest, highest good? Even that choice to stand at that top of the hill in Golden Gate Park and roller skate down that crazy steep hill, all of my choices serve my greatest and highest good. And you know what? I can stand here now and honestly say that because that choice led to my spiritual awakening. That choice led to me understanding something about myself and the world, and that I am the miracle. What would your life be like if you truly believed that all of your choices, not some of them, not most of them, but all of them were in service to your greatest and highest good? So the invitation here is to step into forgiveness, to step into the capacity to release, to let go, to allow ourselves to be free from those ties that bind us, from that place, that space in our understanding where we think that we were a victim, that we think that there's something that we need to be afraid of. What if you actually knew that you, the truth of who you are, can never be hurt, harmed, or endangered? The truth of who you are is the living light. The truth of who you are is a living miracle. What if you actually lived into the awareness that all of your choices were for your greatest and highest good? So I'm going to invite us into a forgiveness process. I'm going to invite us into a space, a place. So open your hearts right now, close your eyes, and I want you to just allow whatever is arising in your heart. What do you need to forgive? Where do you need to just let it go?
Tired of the guilt
Where are you tired of the guilt?
that brings me pain.
Where are you willing to unhook yourself?
Now is the time to let go of all my shame.
What if you could really let that
Past
go?
behind me, I see anew.
Listen to your heart.
I'm ready for my change. I'm ready for my change. I forgive me. I forgive me. Everything that I've been holding on to, I let go. I surrender.
Surrender. I surrender.
I surrender. I'm ready for my change.
Just be open and ready.
I'm ready for my change.
Hand on your
I
heart.
forgive me.
I forgive me.
I forgive me.
I forgive me.
Everything that I've been holding on to, I let go.
Oh, let it go.
I surrender.
I surrender.
I surrender.
I surrender.
I'm ready for my change. I'm ready for my change.
So we breathe into this space that we're creating, this space of potential, of possibility, grounded in forgiveness. So I'm going to say these words, and I'm going to invite you to know them with me, just from that open-hearted space. For all those I have harmed, please repeat them after me. For all those I have harmed, knowingly or unknowingly, knowingly or unknowingly, I am truly sorry. I am truly sorry. Forgive me and set me free. Forgive me and set me free. For all those who have harmed me, for all those who have harmed me, knowingly or unknowingly, knowingly or unknowingly, I forgive them and I set them free. Forgive them and I set them free. And for the harm I have done to myself, and for the harm I have done to myself, knowingly or unknowingly, knowingly or unknowingly, I am truly sorry. I am truly sorry. And I forgive myself, and I forgive myself, and I set myself free. Myself free. So let's rest in the silence, in the freedom that is the very truth of who we are. Continuing to stay in this field of releasing, of forgiving all that I have harmed, all who have harmed me, and all the ways that I have harmed myself. Just allowing the heart space to open and to soften, knowing that our miracle beingness, the wholeness that we are, is available, accessible right now. It is present. It is the very beating of your heart. It is the very breath that you are breathing. Allowing anything that is an obstacle to our true nature, it falls away. I forgive me.
Everything that I've been holding on to, I let go. I surrender.
I surrender.
I surrender.
I surrender.
I'm ready for my change.
And we are ready for our change.
I'm ready for my change.
Sing along with Misa and Carl. I forgive me.
I forgive me.
I forgive me.
I forgive me.
I surrender.
I surrender.
I surrender.
I surrender.
I forgive.
I forgive me.
I forgive me.
I forgive me.
I'm ready for my change.
Oh, yes.
I'm ready for my change.
And so it is. Amen. Ashe. Miracle being, here we are. And now I'm going to invite Tyler to come on up and do our spiritual practices.
Thank you, Dan. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for this space and consciousness that we create together. One of the practices that we do here at Unity San Francisco is to then use intention to think forward into my week, to think, how do I want to set an idea into motion today that I might then see repercussions for this week? So we offer some spiritual practices for you to consider. If you like, I invite you to join with us in these spiritual practices, or you can write one of your own. But here are some suggestions. That this week, I choose to look for the miracles. I can also choose this week to find moments to forgive myself. This week I can choose in advance to find moments to forgive others. And I invite you to join with me. I'm choosing this week to embrace that I am the miracle. So whether you word it this way or whether you word it in a way that works for you, I invite you to fill out the spiritual practices form and share it with us. If you're viewing through our website, there's a button just below the video for spiritual practices of the week, but also if you're on Facebook or YouTube, there is a link for spiritual practices posted in the chat. So again, I invite you to join with us in setting an intention and applying it forward this week.
It is time for our giving and receiving. Thank you, Tyler. And it is an opportunity to be in the flow. Everything we have here in this space at 240 Page Street and everything we have as a spiritual community, we have been given by the participation of the people that are here now and the hundreds and thousands of people who came before us in our 101 years here in San Francisco. So I invite you to take part in our practice of giving of our treasure at this time. And we have many ways that you can give to this community so that we can continue to reach so many people. One of the easiest ways is to text Unity SF to 44321. If you follow the instructions on the screen, it'll lead you to a way that you can give through your phone. And once you set it up once, it will always pull up for you right there. Another way is you're watching on our website, you can click the button underneath this video for offering donation, and that'll take you to a pop-up window will come up, and you can set up a one-time or a reoccurring gift on our PayPal account. And then the third way, of course, is to send us a check here to 240 Page Street, San Francisco, California, 94102. And like you, we love getting checks in the mail and keeping that flow going. As I shared recently, our family, my family, has experienced a financial setback during this time as my husband, JD, lost his full-time job at Stanford. And in the midst of that, as we continued affirming our giving here at Unity San Francisco, our tax refund from last year came, and it was much more than we had been planning on or expecting. And it has enabled us to comfortably bridge this period, this time, as we are transitioning to the great new good that's happening. And like Deanne talked about, we see this as happening for us. This is happening not to us. We're not the victim of the situation, but we're looking forward to what is next in our family's life and in my husband's work. So I invite you to enjoy the process of giving of your treasure. For in that joy, in that bliss of giving, you receive 10 times more. And to talk about that, I turn us back over to Tyler Kruger. He's going to tell us why he gives to Unity San Francisco.
Thank you, Reverend Ken. There's so many things that I love doing here. I love being a part of this community, and one of the reasons that I give is due to this reciprocity, a principle, a concept that I learn about in some of the classes that I take here, that when I give, the universe, the greater good, reciprocates. And so one of the ways that I engage that reciprocity is, first off, I'm a student. First off, I love hanging out here. I love applying these ideas into my own meditation, into practicing silence, into practicing self-reflection, Then it leads into personal responsibility coupled with forgiveness. These practices help change my life. So when I say thank you to this community, that engaging of reciprocity is natural. I'm a student. I say thank you. I get back so much. But another way that I engage my intention is paying it forward. Because for 101 years, this community's been here, and somebody paid it forward before I became a student. So I use that in my thoughts when I choose to give. At any level that you engage your thoughts when you give, when I engage my thoughts knowing that the greater good reciprocates, I then choose to give from an open heart. And so if any of these ideas ring true for you, I invite you into the same reciprocity, the same guarantee. Use it as an experiment, challenge the universe, and give with an open heart. So thank you for letting me be a part.
Thank you. We're blessed by you in so many ways. Thank you. We have an affirmation that affirms our intention in giving, and I invite you to join me with it. It is, I live in the realm of infinite possibilities. I give and receive with joy and faith. Can we know that together?
I live in the realm of infinite possibilities. I give and receive with joy and faith.
And so it is. Now it's time for once again, for community singing, and this is Daniel Nahmad's Grateful, sung by Misa Malone and friends today. We have quite an ensemble singing. I invite you to stand here in the room and stand at home as you're willing and able, and to join with us in Grateful.
All that I am, all that I see, all that I've been and all that I'll ever be is a blessing. It's so amazing, and I'm grateful for it all, for it all. So I lift up my hands now, and I open my heart, and my gratitude goes out to everything near and far. All that I am, all that I see, all that I've been and all that I'll ever be is a blessing. It's so amazing, and I'm grateful for it all. All that I am, all that I see, all that I've been and all that I'll ever be is a blessing. It's so amazing, and I'm grateful for it all, for it all.
So grateful it all. I am delighted, to be able to hear that music and to know the truth of what's going on. We are grateful for all of life. Yeah, and this is our opportunity to bless the children of the world. All that's going on in the world and in our own lives is just take this opportunity to bless the children we know, the children we interact with, the children of this community, and our own inner child. Right? Or that is sometimes coming up for us right now, to be healed. So I have this affirmation. I'm going to say it once. You are God's perfect child. Excuse me. You're God's perfect expression of divine life. Went right to rote. We love you exactly the way you are. We know this together?
You are God's perfect expression of divine life. We love you exactly the way you are.
So it is.
So it is. So coming up, we have so many exciting things happening here at Unity San Francisco. I know it feels like we're not connected in the physical realm, but things are moving forward here in terms of the building. It's very exciting. We got so much news. So we're going to have a town hall meeting. It's going to be Sunday, November 1st, immediately after service in the Spiritual Salon. Join us so that we can it's an informational meeting so that we can update you on everything that's happening with the Page Street remodel and renovation. It's exciting. Tyler?
And we also have the next session of our Loving What Is practice group. Now, this is the work of Byron Katie. And so we invite you, if you're interested in the work, go to her website, find out more. There is a wonderful worksheet, the Judge Your Neighbor worksheet. So if I want to free myself from some judgments, to see if I have a shift within myself, I invite you to join us in this Loving What Is practice group. It's going to be on Zoom. It's Wednesday, October 28th at 7 p.m. Go to the website and register, and you will receive the Zoom link.
And we are now a podcast. So the talks are available now as a podcast. You can go to Spotify, you can go to iTunes, search for Unity San Francisco, or search for Spiritual Living for the 21st Century. And you will find our podcast so that you can take us with you on the go.
Yes.
And Tyler.
Yes. Another announcement is that we now have Sunday services at 11 a.m. Now, whether you are joining us on Livestream and now that we have returned to having some people limited in person, we invite you to go to the website so you can review our protocols and sign up. We have a limited number of seats, so if you're interested in joining us live on Sunday mornings at 11, go to the website.
Yep, you can join us either here or on Zoom. And our upcoming happenings right now is that we're going to have community connection in the Spiritual Salon via Zoom right after True Colors. It'll open up. You can get in during True Colors, and that's going to be an opportunity for people to actually connect after service and to say hello and to have their moment of connection. We're really trying to facilitate community during this time. And then the Spiritual Salon itself will start about 10 minutes or so after service. So you feel free to come in just for the community connection. You do not have to stick around for the Spiritual Salon, but come by, say hi. Click it. The button is underneath the live stream, and it's also there's a link in the chat rooms if you're watching on YouTube or on Facebook Live. And I just want to say thank you to everybody. Thank you for this incredible staff that makes this possible every week. We're just adding another layer of technological craziness and awesomeness, and the staff is making that possible. I want to thank Misa and Catacomb, Katie, Carl, and Rachel. It was just wonderful, beautiful. Tyler, thank you, as always, for being a PA.
Always.
It's wonderful to have you here. So we do have a final affirmation. I will say it once, and I invite everyone to repeat it after me. All my choices serve my greatest, highest good. Can we please know this together? All my choices serve my greatest, highest good. And so it is.
So it is.
Amen. So now it's time for True Colors. Please rise at home, sing as you're willing and able, and please join us in the Spiritual Salon to say hello to everybody.
You with the sad eyes, don't be discouraged, though I realize it's hard to take courage in a world full of people. You can lose sight of it all, and the darkness inside you makes you feel so small. I see your true colors shining through. I see your true colors, and that's why I love you. So don't be afraid to let them show your true colors. True colors are beautiful, like a rainbow. Show me a smile and don't be unhappy. Can't remember when I last saw you laughing. If this world makes you crazy and you're taking all you can bear, just call me up, because you know I'll be there. And I see your true colors shining through. I see your true colors, and that's why I love you. So we're not afraid to let them show our true colors. True colors are beautiful, like a rainbow.
everybody. Thank you so much for joining us today. Please join us in the Zoom room. We have some bloopers there as well. So bye, everybody.